Hey Tommy, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's your question, Dan?
Can YouTube pay for your dream car?
Well, in this video, we are talking about the ins and outs of how we make money on YouTube and how we pay for the cars that we buy and feature in the videos, and whether or not you can really buy your dream car based on YouTube money.
Yeah, we're going to kind of give you a behind-the-scenes peek at the finances of not only buying the car, but then producing videos with the car, and then showing you exactly how much money the car generates once it appears on our channel. So let's get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's talk a little bit about an example car, right? So we went out a number of months ago and bought a C5 Corvette. Now when it comes to dream cars, this is a pretty obtainable example, right? You could go much crazier. A lot of YouTubers are out buying Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, that kind of thing. But we thought, you know, if you're starting out as a YouTuber, maybe a C5 Corvette could be an attainable dream. So how much did we pay for our C5 Corvette?
Well, Andre and I drove to the western part of the state, to Grand Junction, and picked up a beautiful example of the C5 with modified exhaust for $14,000, Tommy.
Yeah, it had about 47,000 miles or so. Then, of course, we had to pay to get it registered. We had to pay for taxes. So that was about $1,120. We had some repairs on top of that, along with insurance and fuel. That comes out to about $2,100. So in total, we're in the car about $17,220.
Yeah, which I think is recoupable because, you know, buying the right car is always a little tricky, but finding kind of, I like to say, I hate to say this because I am this, the old man spec, right? The car that was well-maintained, driven by an older gentleman or woman, occasionally with low miles. That's kind of the whole key, because at some point, you know, we don't keep the cars. We, let's say, set them free, put them back in the world.
Yeah, we usually buy high and sell low, as I like to say. We're very good at losing money on the cars that we buy, but we buy a number of these cars to produce videos on, and that really is the next stage. The fun part's buying the car. The hard part is making the car pay for itself. So we make a number of videos, be it in a series or individual videos around all of our project cars, and the C5 Corvette has starred in right around 11 videos, and then a number of shorts, which we'll talk about in a second. And how do we make money off of YouTube? Well, how does YouTube pay its creators?
Well, the way that YouTube pays its creators is by you guys watching the video. And every time somebody watches a video, we make just a little bit, maybe less than a penny.
Well, way less than a penny, Dan. It's a fraction of a penny.
Yeah, and then, of course, if you can get a lot of views, then those fractions become pennies, and those pennies become dollars, and those dollars become bigger.
Now, there's a lot of numbers that go into, you know, how many views equate to how much money, and each channel is going to be very, very different based on like their CPM. But you know, this Corvette started across a number of different channels. We have 8 YouTube channels. It was in a bunch of different videos, and I actually went ahead and added up how much money the car has made in total, how many views all those videos have gotten, and this is basically what our end of YouTube looks like. We can see per video how much each video has made. So this was a video we did, C4 Corvette versus C5 Corvette, and you can see that so far it's been seen by 205,400 people. It's been watched 15,500 hours. It's gained us 505 subscribers, and we have made $1,062.64 off of this one video.
Yeah, and so the temptation there would be to do some basic math, and that math would be, well, if it's made about $1,000 off of 200,000 views, then maybe 100,000 views translates to about $500. But that's not how it works.
No, it's all over the board, right? And there's so much algorithm behind it, and what YouTube decides to, what ads YouTube decides to play over, what advertisers are interested in that kind of content.
Yep.
And
what time of the year it is.
Yeah, it's way above our head. You make more on a video in December than you do in January or February. I mean, there's millions of statistics that go into it. And a lot of YouTubers spend a lot of time trying to crunch their data, trying to figure out what's working, what's not. Your philosophy has always been, we're better off making just another video, right? Going out and making more content than really spending hours and hours trying to crunch the data.
Well, well, hold on here. It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Well,
my philosophy is make fun and interesting, entertaining videos as opposed to trying to gain the YouTube algorithm and trying to get the most per video. So we always try to tell interesting stories. Let's break it down to that.
So this C5 has starred in 11 videos,
yes,
right? And I actually went and checked out how much money they've made over the past, whatever, it's been 9 months or so. And I've added up the revenue over those 11 videos. Now, over those 11 videos, the car has been seen by 1,414,000 people. That's quite a big number on YouTube. And it's made $9,205, so $9,200 across those 11 videos.
14, well, let's call it a $17,000 investment about 9 months ago.
Yeah, right, but it costs a lot of money to make those videos. So unlike a lot of creators that maybe have one videographer behind the scene and it's just them on camera, we're a little bit unusual in that we bootstrapped this company from the ground up, and we now have a full-time team of about 10 people, right? And then we've got people that work part-time as well. So we have to pay wages. And if I just look at the amount we've had to pay our team to produce these videos, the per video cost from a shooting standpoint is about $504. And the editing cost on the very conservative end is about $191, and it's typically much more than that. So our per video cost is about $695. So if you only look at what we've paid our team, that's been $7,600 to produce those 11 videos.
So we're up about $2,000.
Yeah, but I mean that's not nearly the full story, because we have offices, we've got insurance, business insurance we have to pay for. You have to pay for the cameras and then the editing equipment, and then you have to pay the music licenses. So that number would be way bigger. I think it would probably far exceed the revenue we've made in those videos. But that's just kind of the short on how we make our money. But let's talk about YouTube Shorts as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people are curious as to the financial model behind either TikTok or Shorts. In other words, short-form vertical videos.
Yeah, right. These are hugely popular right now. They're on TikTok, Instagram Reels, right? YouTube Shorts are all competing against each other. And I went ahead and added up how much money and how many views we've gotten with this one car that's been featured in our short-form content. And that's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos it looks like it's been in. And on our short form stuff, on those 7 videos, it's gotten 1,427,000 views. So once again, a lot of views, but on the short form content, the amount they pay is significantly less.
Well, this has gotten 273,000. Are you including TikTok in that one?
I'm including YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, so this is an example of one of the shorts I did. It was titled "Car Snobs Aren't Going to Like This." Now on YouTube, this one short got 273,000, and on a long form video, that probably would have made over $1,000. On a short form video, it made $31.51. Now, of course, it's a lot less labor intensive to do these videos, right? They're a minute long, not a lot of editing time. But I went ahead and added up how many dollars 1,400,000 of shorts and Instagram Reels and TikToks are, and that equates to $79.
So over 1 million views, we've made $79.
So we got 1.4 million in our long form video that made $9,200. We got 1.4 million in our short form video that made $79.
So at the end of the day, did you figure out what our profit is on that one car?
Yeah, so if we take our revenue minus just our production costs, not factoring any fixed costs like rent, we've made $1,639, which is well, it's a lot smaller than I think a lot of people would have initially thought.
Anybody out there want a $30,000 C5? We're going to have to sell it for that to break even. Now, obviously, we've been successful with 8 YouTube channels, a TikTok, obviously, 2 podcasts, a couple of websites. And the reason we've been successful is not because these videos generate a lot of money per video, but just because we put out a lot of content.
Yeah.
And then if you aggregate all that, it allows us to stay in business. Now, there are other YouTubers who don't put out as many videos. Let's say on one of our channels, we typically do 2 to 3 videos a week. Other YouTubers will do one a week. Mr. Beast is a good example of that, or less, and they get a lot more views.
Sure.
But, at the end of the day, it really depends on if you can run lean, if you know how to edit, how to shoot, how to present, then obviously it makes it much more doable to own your dream car on YouTube videos. But I would say, Tommy, we've been doing this since 2009, so that's 14 years.
Right.
It's gotten a lot harder, because when we first started out, there weren't that many YouTube channels, there weren't that many influencers competing with us. We consider ourselves automotive journalists, not YouTubers, in the traditional sense of the word. We are obviously YouTubers, but we kind of come at it from more of a journalistic background.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, also a unique kind of defining thing that makes us different from many other people who do videos on YouTube, especially car videos.
But we also don't accept direct payment from the manufacturers,
No.
right? And we get a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but sometimes we get comments saying, yeah, but the manufacturers are flying you out, they're putting up in a hotel to go check out a new car release, which is true. In an ideal world, we would pay him back for that. But if a typical reveal video is going to make $250, right, we can't afford to pay for two people's time on flights and hotel rooms and only make $250 on those YouTube videos. So that's why we do accept travel and lodging from manufacturers.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, it's also like the car manufacturers have, I like to say, the keys to the kingdom, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get, being first is important because you guys want to know what's coming first. And so, if you wait until the car is at your local dealership or, somebody buys it, by that point the buzz has kind of gone off the car or truck, and it's not going to get the same kind of interest, in other words, views in our world, in other words, revenue, that it would when you get there first.
Well, and the future of YouTube, which we're seeing a lot more of, and which we've done as well, is doing advertising for companies outside of YouTube, and that is a great potential. But currently, it pays far less than what YouTube is paying. So selling ads on top of the YouTube videos is not as lucrative as Kylie Jenner would make it seem for the real world.
Yeah, once again, I think with this kind of world, 1% of the people make 99% of the revenue, and you probably know who those people are because they're the biggest YouTube channels. But, we've managed to kind of eke out, I think, a really interesting space doing what we do, and we wanted to kind of give you a peek behind the curtain so you can see what it takes and what it costs to produce videos and how much money we generate from that.
And we're really appreciative and fortunate for you guys for watching. And we're not complaining. It's an amazing job. We're able to buy and sell these cars and really, really get to do something we love and hopefully make videos that you guys love as well.
No, I think we're complaining. I mean, one of our basic core values is transparency, so we wanted to kind of highlight what we do and how we do it. And of course, check out alltfl.com if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest. Especially now with the Detroit Auto Show happening, we're going to have a lot of cool videos coming from there. So check out alltfl.com. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Ciao.